Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to start the Python pandas of class 12th. Let me first introduce you the what is the Python pandas. Python pandas is basically a Python's library for data analysis. Panda is derived from the name Panel Data Analysis System, which is a ecometrics term for the multidimensional structured data sets. Actually you can say that what is pandas. Pandas is an open source BSD library built for the Python programming language. It offers very high performance, easy to use data structures and data analysis tool. This library was developed by a very famous person, Van McKinney, and this is providing us various this library is providing us various tools for data analysis and making our process simple and easy process. In this chapter we are going to start the Python pandas library with its two important structures, series and data frames, and we will try to learn how to use these series and data frames, how they are useful in data analysis work, and how can you store the data in them, and various functions related to the Python pandas. Why we do the data analysis? Because these all data analysis tools helps us to make a very useful supports in decision making. See, in this chapter we are going to introduce about the pandas data structures, then the series and the two data frame structures will be created. How can you create the series, how can you use the series in Python programming pandas, and display and creating of the data frames also will be discussed. Its attributes and various other things related to data frames will also be discussed in this video. Now let me first introduce you how can you use your pandas library in your program. As usual, because it is a library which is to be imported in your Python program and in your script file py, you have to write the import pandas as pd in your programming language. It means in your code you have to write the Python programming import pandas as pd like other libraries you wrote. For example, if you import the math library, you have to write import math. Similarly, import library numpy, you have to also import pandas as short name with pd. Now one more thing, before you start the pandas, let me first know you that what you should know. You should have a knowledge of the numpy library, and you should have a knowledge of list and dictionary, because they are very useful in creating the Python data structures, series and data frames. Next, there are certain reasons why, because of which we are using. These are the certain advantages using which we can do the data analysis work using pandas in a very easy way. Number one, it allows us to read and write the data in many different formats, for example integer, float, double, etc. It also allows us to organize the data across the rows and down across the columns in various possible ways. We can apply the various different operations on the data structures available in the panda. It supports reshaping of the data into different forms, and also supports the visualization using the matplot library and seaborn libraries, and one more library, matplot library. You can do the visualizations of the data. In simple words, we can say that the panda is the best at handling very large tabular data consisting of various different formats. So now we will start here with the pandas data structure, because pandas is basically depending on the data structures. Now what is the data structure? It is the specialized way of storing the data so as to apply a specific type of functionalities on them. It is basically a way of storing the data in such a way that you can apply some functions and do some data analysis work. For example, array is basically what? It is basically a collection of similar type of data items together arranged and processed in an identical way. You can process all the elements of an array in a specific way. So just like a array, we have some other data structures. Now what are the data structures which Python pandas offers? Panda offers two types of data structures, series and data frames. They are particularly useful in our Python programming. Series is basically a single dimensional data structure of Python pandas, whereas data frame is a two-dimensional data structure of Python pandas. Series is just like a collection of the values in a vertical format or a single horizontal format. It is just like a list. it is not having some much data. It is whereas column data whereas data frame is a tabular structure. It has multiple columns and multiple in rows and table format it is showing the data to you. On your screen I am showing you this is the series and this is a data frame of the Python pandas. Okay, let me show you some basic differences between the series and the data frame, and then we will discuss about in detail how can we create the Python series and data frames. First, series is, as I told you, it is a one dimensional. Just like arrays it is also one dimensional. It means it should have a one index and one column, and that's all. Either it should have one index and one column, means either it can have also one row, but normally we display it in the column in this Python pandas. Whereas data frame is actually having a two dimensional. It has a number of columns and rows, so it is a tabular structure. In series we will always store the elements of same data type. It means all integers or all floats or all strings. Whereas data frame allow us to store the different types of elements, whether it is string, float or string or a numeric integer value. Series are value mutable. It means their elements value can be changed. It means these element values can be changed in the series, but it is size immutable. It means once the size of the series object is created, you cannot change. You can, if you want to add and drop element internally, a new series object will be always created. On the other hand, data frames are value mutable as well as size mutable. Value mutable means you can change, not only change the values inside this data frame, plus you can increase or decrease the, it means you can add and drop the elements into the existing data frame object. Okay, so working in the Python and pandas, I told you that NumPy library is also very important, playing important role. So one has to import both the libraries in is script before doing the Python programming. It is good that we import both the libraries, so whenever the NumPy library come into action, it is already introduced, yeah, imported in your program. So my suggestion is to import both the libraries. Let me show you how can you import the both the libraries in your Python programming. See here I am showing a program in which I have already imported. See this how you have to import the both the libraries in your program. Now I am starting the data structure. A data structure is what? Data structure is an important data. Now I am starting the series data structure. What is series? Series is a very important data structure which is representing the data in one dimension, just like array. Okay, it is actually a object which has two main components: an array of actual data and an array of index or data labels. For example, on your screen I am showing you three different series. Here the data array is this one. Suppose you have stored the marks of students and this is the index 0 1 2 3 4. So here you can specify this is the array of data values and this is the array of indexes. Similarly, suppose this is the age of some certain people, so these are the number of days in a month, so you can make an index as the name of the months. These are the four, say suppose students names and their marks obtained in the particular subject. So in this way, whenever you want to store the data of any particular entity, say suppose to marks, students marks, items price, or you number of days in a month, or whatever data when you can store in as a single format. Next is we are going to learn what are the different methods or different ways of creating the series in Python library. Let me first introduce you also with the different methods of series Python library creation. Now the first method is creating a empty series. It means when I use there is a one method in pandas library called series, using which you can create the series in the python. It means whenever you want to create the series in the python, you have to use this series method. You know that whenever a method of a library is used, you have to write the name of the library also, or its short name which you have introduced. Okay, so I am let me showing you to create how can you create a python series which has no elements, an empty series you can call it. These are the two libraries imported in your program, and now I am creating an empty series. This I have written because of having a default Python. I will tell you later on why we are using this what is dtype and np float. Right now you just see that in a series I have not mentioned any data values. Okay, this series is just an empty series in which nothing values are. Later on I will add like values like this way, so these will be filled series. Right now this is the method of creating an empty series, and then what you are doing is that you are using the pd is a short name for pandas library. So pd dot, then you use the function series and put these round parentheses only. In this you just right now learn d type is equal to np float dot 64. I will tell you later on what is the meaning of that. In a short way, in a short simple I can say that d type is the data type of the elements which we are going to store. If you do not write it, some warnings will come, rest it will be created. Now let me run this and show you how can you create a series. Again executing due to some error has occurred. See, the series has been created. This is the empty in this brackets, this brown brackets, you can see that there is no element. So series has created but it has no elements. So this is how you can create the series, empty series in your python programming. There are some other methods of also creating the series which we are going to discuss now. Let me make this part as a comment, and now I am moving to the next part and making the other parts as comment which we are going to use. What I have done is that I have typed all the different methods of creating series in a single file, and just using that part which is currently useful or relevant for me. Now how can you create the non-empty series? Next is how can you create the non-empty series in Python. Let me show you this thing in the Python also. There are how can these are given in your book. And so I am going to in your book data, and then we will come back to here. See, what I am showing you is that there is the three or four different ways of creating the non-empty series. You can use a Python sequence, you can use a np array, numpy array, you can use a Python dictionary, or you can use a scalar values to create a data series objects. In a series basically you have to fill the data. Okay, this is the general syntax of creating any series object. You have to write series object is equal to, that is the variable which you are creating, a series variable you are creating. Then pd dot series, I already told you this is the function for creating, and in this function you have to specify the data. If you do not specify the data, an index empty series was creating. But if you specify the data and the index is not required much, it is taken as default. But if you specify the data, then it is created using the data is given using one of the following ways. You can use sequence. Now you already know the sequences in the Python. Then you can insert the data using the numpy array, which is also you know how to create the numpy arrays. Then Python dictionaries, again you know the dictionaries, and the scalar values means single simple values. Let me start with one by one what are the different ways to create. First is you use Python sequence. Now whenever you specify the Python sequence, in the sequence you can have a range function, you can have a list of values, you can specify the tuple. For example, if you want to create a series using the list, see here a list is specified. What you have to do in a series, you have to specify simply the that Python sequence. If you are using a list, specify the list. If you are using the range function, specify the range. Or if you are using a tuple, you can use specify the tuple here. Tuple is also considered in a sequence. So what I am telling you is that there are different methods of creating. First is series, you write range 5, it will create a this. See here the PD series, what happened that elements will be range 5 means elements will be 0 1 2 3 4. So these will be the data elements of your series, and this is the index, default index 0 1 2 3 4 will be created on its own. You do not specify the index. Okay, in this list you have, so index will be 0 1 2 3 4. Now if we specify the elements as a list, so you specify the list as elements, you can create the list first and then put the name of the list also here. So this is the series created using the list. So you have the index values from 0 to n minus 1, where n is the length of the data. जितने एलिमेंट्स होंगे डेटा में उससे एक कम तक आपका इंडेक्स होगा, क्योंकि इंडेक्स हमेशा 0 से स्टार्ट होगा. Next is these are the examples. For example, it is creating a series. Okay, creating a series from the list. See how the import library is imported, then the series is created using a list, and then you have to print the series. Let me show you this thing also on your screen. I will show you later on. Please just wait. This is also again method of creating a series using the sequence tuple. I have specified a tuple here in between the series function, and then again the process, all the coding will be same. So this is the way of creating the series. Similarly, if you specify the list of characters, you can use create a list of characters like this. Say you can specify string. String is also you know that is a one of the sequence. So when you specify the sequence like this way, the entire series will be say string will be used in the creating the series. You have different strings, I am laughing, so you will put all the strings as a list of strings in a series, and you will get a series of the strings in this way. Let me show you all these things practically on the Python. Now what I am doing is that I hope again open. Now see here I have created some series objects using the Python sequence. First I am creating S0 object using the Python range 5. This is using the range function I am creating it. This is the S1 is the series created using list, and S2 is the series created using the tuple. So on your screen you can see that the different, this is the series created using the range function 5, this is the series created using the list, and this is the series created using the tuple. See how the indexes 0 1 2 3 4 is there in each. Indexes is always starting from 0, By default index will be there 0 1 2 3. Later on I will change you that you can change this index. Suppose you want a strings January February March index, then that can also be done. Yeah, if you want index A B C D, that can also be done. Okay, yeah, you if you want to specify any other numeric values other than the 0, so you can change the index values also according to your requirement. I will tell you later on in this video also. So these are the data values which you have stored. See, only one column will be always created in the series is basically store the values when we have a one column of values. Now again moving to the your book and see what next method is used. Next method is used of creating the series is a numpy array. Already you have know how to create the arrays. Here the two methods of creating arrays are shown. One is arrange function. Using arrange function you can create the array, and just like a list you specify the array in the series function, and the list will be series will be created. You can specify directly pd.series np.arrange in this way also, and the series will be created. Then linspace, you know, also is one more method of creating the array. So you are creating an array of 24 65 and 5, creating this array, and then again you are putting this array in a series. So series s6 will be created using this np.linspace array. Next, this example is showing you how can you use the array created using the tile. So that also has been used. Let me show you this thing on our now. I will make this up to here comment. This all will be your comment. This will be active code, and this remaining will be becoming your. So this code will be only right now active on your screen which I am showing. This code will be active, rest all will be. See, the import nump library common is a code for all, so it will be available to you. Okay, now creating the numpy using nd array. I have created this array. This is the how I have created the array. You can create an array using any one of its method. So I have created this array. This is a numpy array. Then this is the series I am creating. This is the second method of creating the series. See, here I have specified np.arrange directly inside it. So just I am executing it. See how the arrays are series are created with the index 0 1 2 3 and like this. Okay, so the different methods can be used for creating this 3 6 10. Here 3 6 10 is the different elements stored in the this according to the requirement. Same series is created s1 and s2 because just the method of giving the array to the series method series function was changed only. Now next is your dictionary. Now in dictionary one has the specific method in which, do you know that dictionary is a two dimensional one? There is a key and there is a value. For example, here you can see that this dictionary is specified Jan 31 Feb 28. Now in this Jan 31 Feb 28 and March 31 data will be organized in such a way that Jan, Feb and March will be considered as the index of the series, and the number of days of this, the values of the dictionary will be treated as the values data in the series. It means all the keys of the dictionary will be used in the index, and all the values of the keys will be used as a data values. Now this, in what is happening is that the index is also not by default 0 1 2 3. Whatever index you will whatever index you want for the series will be given by the keys of the dictionary. This is one of the method of creating your own indexes other than 0 1 2 3. Okay, other than the normal common index of 0 1 2 3, but you can specify the index also according to your own choice also, that I am going to also display you. So as usual, I told you, in this indexes which are created from the keys. Okay, but remember that the indexes which are created from the keys may not be in the same order as you have typed them. Sometimes this order can be changed. Let me show you also how this series can be created. Before that, I want to show you one more this example. For example, it is a series created using a dictionary in which we have the number of students in each section of a class 12 in your school. Suppose A and B and C are D are the sections. In A we have 39 students, B and 32 students. So we have created a dictionary of these data. A 39, B 41, C 42, D 44. We have created a dictionary, and then just put the name of the dictionary also. See the two methods again. Here we have specified the dictionary directly in the series method. Here we have first created a dictionary, and then we have put this dictionary into the series function. So both the methods can be used. Again, I am telling you on my Python ideally how can you do this. Again, I have to change this. Now I will make up to here, this one will become my comment, and I will make this up to data as comment. See, I have created a dictionary. This is the dictionary D, in which we have stored the month name and the its days as the key and values. Means Jan is a key, Feb is a key, and March is a key. Whereas the its values, corresponding values are 31, 28, and 31. Now I have passed this dictionary to the series object, and then I am executing it. My file has been closed. Let me again show you that file. Now again I have to change those things. What I have to do is that again I have to do all the things. So just wait, and I'm executing it. See, the dictionary is created in this way. Series is created with the index Jan 31, Feb 28, March 31, and so on. So I am telling you the dictionary method is very useful for creating the series in normal way. I can also tell you the how can you change the index also according to your own, just in a few minutes later on. Now next is your using scalar values. Scalar values means just you specify a single value, and then you will specify the index. Now here you can see that the index is also used. Scalar values, you use the index argument ठीक है. Whenever you using the scalar values, then the index argument to a series function must be provided. Now I am telling you the how can you specify your own index. The scalar values given will be repeated to the match the length of the index. The index argument has to be sequence of numbers or any other. For example, if I am creating a series model 1, index is created by myself, range 0 1 means index will be only 0 because range function will create only the data 0, so index will be 0 only and 10 will be my scalar value. In the second example, if I write pd dot series 15, so 15 will be the value. Now range will be creating the index, so range will be 1 comma 6 comma c. See, if I write is equal index equal to this way, I am now giving my own index. See, this I was telling you now how can you change the index according to your own requirement. So this is the way. Default is 0 1 2 3, but if you specify index and then if you use this index equal to, then and specify range, yeah, here you specify a list, yeah, any other, you specify any this, like you can change the index. Here's index will be in the first, second example, index will be 1 comma 6 comma 2 means index will be 1, then step 2 is means 1 3 and 5, so index will be 1 3 5 and the elements will be 15 scalar values. This is a series created in which index is again a list of strings. See here, Indore, Delhi, Shimla, these all are the strings created, and this is the single value which is to be given to all the these elements. Okay, so you can create your own index. For example, I'm showing you that I want a value of 550,000 in each. Okay, for each value I in a series object I want to create, and for the 4 quarters I want to give a single value, but I want the index to be quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4. So in the series function, what I can do is that I specify the scalar value 50,000 and index can be given in this way. Okay, so index will be there like that. So quarter 1 index is just a list of these values and the index will be shown in this way. Similarly, you can use the index also in this example, and you can go through this example. Let me show you this thing also practically to you. See here, I have created here. Let me open that file again. See, these are the methods of creating using scalar values. Here 10 is created and the range is given from 1 2 3 4 5 6. So just I am executing this. See, the index is there. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, not starting with the 0, it is starting with 1, then, and these are the scalar values 10. Now I was telling you that you can specify the index to any normal function also. For example, let me tell you for how can you make the index for a normal way also. So I am creating a series as pd dot series. If I specify a list, suppose 10 20 30 and 40, so this will be my data values, and I can specify my own index also in this case, index. And if I want index to be, say suppose it is 1 2, yeah, it is suppose 1, then I want 3, then 5 and then 10. Okay, the number of index values should be equal to the number of series values. It means these two both have the same length, otherwise you will be getting an error in your program. See how the index has been changed. Okay, index is not now normal 1 0 1 2 3, it is index is 1 3 5 and 10. So you can specify the index argument and you can change the argument. For example, if you want a string, here the index to be the list of the names, so you can specify the names also here. Yani it means you can give the strings also. Suppose Ravi, Raj, Ram, and suppose Rahul. So in this way also, using this index argument, you can specify the index also. Let me save this and again doing the changes. I am again executing. See, the index has been changed according to our requirement. So it is up to you how can you give the index. You can give the index using the range function also. You can specify the index in the string format also. So these are the different methods of creating the strings in the Python.